Another big win, Daryl. Congratulations, well done. What were your thoughts on the performance today?
I thought that it's hard when you look at an opposition that come with 15 players and you want to be right at your best, but you're probably not. I thought it took us a while. I thought Whitehaven were really spirited, and it took us a while to break them down. Credit to them really, and for us, I just think it took us a while to get some sort of accuracy in our attacking play. When we did, I thought we were pretty good at times without really being consistent over 80 minutes. But no, it's a good win for us. It was so we're able to obviously rested Pitsy today. I thought Cozza did really well at 13. Doyle gets an 80 minutes. Liam Mudd, I hope he's all right. He's got a bit of a knee, but I thought he played well at 13 when he came on. And Noah Booth, I thought was really good, particularly in the first half at the back. So it was good to see. We give a few players opportunities, whether it's bigger minutes or it's playing in different position. Or Ellis gets injured in warm up, which is I wanted to see him play in that game. So that was a little bit disappointing, but overall, no, good from our perspective. I think obviously. Moving into next week, I think we'll need to be a little bit sharper with the ball. I thought defensively we were really solid today. Conceded a try there near the end to a kick play. Overall, pretty pleased. Obviously, more to come in the weeks leading up to the playoffs.
You mentioned that shuffling of the pack. Is that one of the reasons why, or the main reason why it took you a while to get into your stride? Do you think that first 20 minutes?
Well, I don't know. I think there's still good players out there, aren't there? Isaiah hasn't played in the back row too much. Doyley hasn't started a game for a while. He's generally been coming off the bench, but they're all good players. I think they were pretty stubborn, and I thought selection-wise we just got a couple of things wrong and made a couple of errors. But ultimately, you give a fair bit to the opposition there, and I did think we should have executed a little bit better, but. Sometimes that's the way it is. You have to be patient and grind your way through a game and play your way into form. And Kai scores and that gets us going a little bit, and then we got a little bit more flow to our game, I thought.
I know you're keen for players to be able to evidence that they can play in more than one position. And Noah's played quite a few games in the centres, hasn't he? But started a full-back today, scored a try and player of the match as well.
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he started a little bit shaky, but then he came really good into as he got into the game. I see him as a centre long term, but I know he's played fullback. And Lachlan Walmsley, we had an agreement at the start of the year that he would be able to go home for his brother's wedding, which is I think we had to do that. So opportunity for a young player who came in and did really well. Some great touches, he's a decent prospect now. He's been sort of trying to find his position. I personally think it's centre, and we'll keep working hard to develop him. And you'll see what opportunities he gets over the rest of this season. But he did really well today.
The game will be remembered for the 2 points, but also remembered for some records being broken today. Max Jowitt's broken the great Neil Fox's points in a season and goals in a season records that have stood for over 60 years today. Yeah, quite a performance from him.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. Obviously, we're in the champ, so there's a little bit of give there, but he's had an outstanding season. I think his goal kicking is dead eye. To be honest, he's been really good. Consistently kicks goals from the sideline. I think his game playing at half at the moment is only going to benefit as well. I'd like him to be able to do that, but I think when he plays at full back, his passing game is second to none really. I think wherever you look in rugby league, if you're looking for an instinctive catch and pass and create opportunities, then I don't know what his total number of assists is so far, but he's massive. It is massive. So he's been super creative, and having to move and play a different position, he's done it without any worries at all. He's just stepped in and got on with the job, and he's learning new skills. It takes him a while to kick the ball out of his hand to put us in corners, but he's getting better at that. His touch kicking, his range is phenomenal. He's shown that in recent times. So I think it's been a really big season for Max. It's been, he's an experienced player and he's been around a long time, but I think some of the things he's doing now are going to really stand him in good stead as we move forward into Super League. Fingers crossed for next season.
I'm guessing that you've got a lot of sympathy for Whitehaven's plight in terms of their financial troubles, turning up today with 15 men. I'm hearing that the money raised by Trinity is probably going to see them through right to the end of the season. Money raised through ticket sales and bucket collections today. It's been quite an effort by the club, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think that there's quite a few different things there. I think the crowd's response to even players being substituted, and the try that they scored at the end, it was great to see. I think I wasn't too happy, but the fans, I just thought they were great. The way they responded to the Whitehaven players. I think for me, I've got some connections there. I played amateur international football with a few players from Kells, who I still keep in touch with. So Whitehaven for me I've always really held it quite close as a rugby league town. So I'd like to see them stay alive and prosper. And Cumbrian rugby league for me I think is something that we don't make the most of, and it'd be an absolute crying shame if Whitehaven weren't here in the future. I think surely there's a way to keep the club alive, and I just hope that can be done. And I think for Matt and the club, doing what they did is a tremendous gesture this week, and has to be massively applauded, I think.